Oh, praise the Lord, sweet baby Jesus, and whatever the hell divine wisdom's out there. Mission accomplished. Okay, so this is a real quick follow-up video because I've been up now for 24 hours and 12 of the hours were waiting and under stress. So here's why. You saw my update video earlier. My plan to go to Jamestown failed. Apparently somebody else launched a drone. They said from the area, like near Jamestown, but that must have been after I left because it was fucking fogged in. But anyway, you saw that. So, whoop. I said, okay, what's my only viable option? I could A, take off as close as I can without being on the park here, the state land, the fort. Or I could cut my losses. I'm gonna put the air conditioner on. I'm dying here. Or I could cut my losses and throw my chips in and just say hell with it and go to the cutter, which is on the base, state property. So, before coming here, like I said before, I've called the voicemail, I've called on this, no response, no answer, whatever. So I meet up with the officer that I've been touching, lovely lady, totally understanding. I emailed her like 8 times over the past few days and she's totally cool with it and she understands communication. She says it's fine. Her CO, her command staff are like, yeah, go for it. You know, we're docked, we're not underway, we're not doing anything major. Every step of the way, from me parking, me walking past the main gate, me walking past security checkpoint, me walking past random people. Apparently, all these people know what the drone bags and drone boxes look like because every single one of them was like, you can't bring a drone in here. And I get it. It's the Volvo event, which is a big sailing thingamadoohickey. I know what it is. I'm only kidding to piss one person off. It's, you know, a state park. I get it. But every time they stop me, I'm like, listen, I'm not here for the Volvo event. I'm here for the Eagle. I know an officer whose name I'll leave out for now. They said, okay, do you have proof of this? Not every step, but half of the steps, do you have proof? And I showed emails, messages, and they're like, okay, you can bring your drone. Because apparently they were literally stopping people. I can't believe people are this arrogant. They were stopping people at every checkpoint and telling them to go back. Put your drone in your car. And there's signs everywhere. Sorry, for the media, no drones. So I get to the Eagle, I blah, 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 check in, security guard. The second highest security guard comes over and goes, okay, listen, I thank you for checking in. Thank you for telling us. You know, you're not even supposed to have your drone here, but I understand what you're doing with the Coast Guard. Let me talk to my boss and see what he says. About 45 minutes later, and I get it, it's a big event. He comes along and says, okay, I was told what you're doing. Now you tell me what you're doing in your own words. I told him exactly what I'm doing. I said, I'm not here for the Volvo event. I'm not flying over the fort. I'm literally going up and over the water. And he said, okay, but it's literally a no-fly zone for the event, blah, blah, blah. It's state property, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I know that. I've been flying for a long time. I respect the rules. That's why I contacted you guys via phone number. And I showed him like 4 different phone calls I made over the past week to the same few numbers, and he knows those numbers. So he said, okay, let me check with the state, and let me check with D's. I honestly forget what the acronym was. 2.5 hours go by. Okay, now I'm not mad at the guy. I was getting a little frustrated because my sugar was really low. Like, I should have eaten something. It was that bad. And then on top of that, I was supposed to fly. So I literally go and get like a candy bar and a Gatorade, which I haven't had since before the diabetes. But so I tell the security guard, really nice lady that I've been talking to, and she totally gets it. She was like, I would have totally let you get on and fly, but obviously she works there. So I say, listen, I gotta pack it up. I need to go eat real food. I need to get out of here because if I'm gonna fly at all today, I'll just fly from across the river. As I'm walking back, I see gentleman X, who's basically this head honcho of security. And I'm like, oh, hey, any word? And he goes, yeah, oh, sorry, hold on. And he's driving by in the golf cart, so he stops. And he goes, listen, I get what you're doing, and I appreciate what you're doing for the Coast Guard, but you know you're not supposed to have a drone here. You know why. But the people I spoke to are making an exception because of 3 reasons. 1, you were nice enough to ask when many others didn't. Cool. 2, it's for the Coast Guard, and, you know, any chance to make armed forces happy. 3, you're not making money off of it. And I go, nope, I'm not making money off it. He goes, you're not. I'm like, no. And I'll give the prints to the Coast Guard after I edit them. I'll edit the video with normal, and I told him what I do. I edit the video with music that I can't make money off of it because it's copyright, blah, blah, blah. He said, okay. how long are you going to be? I'm like, no more than 40 minutes. And he goes, no more than an hour. I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's 2 batteries. Because I already drained one earlier, kind of testing out the drone and setting up the compass and the IMU and stuff like that. I only have 3 batteries. 2 of them are Phantom 4 Pro batteries. One of them is a Phantom 4 battery that's about a year old, so there's about 80% of its life left. And that's the one I use for GPS and all that shit and compass stuff. Oh my God, I woke up yesterday at 11 o'clock. It's now 2:34. I am done. The final thing I'll say, because it was fogged in, did I get a chance to film the Eagle moving? No, and I am very disappointed that I could not. I'm not as disappointed, like I was telling myself, listen, if I can't get flying around her, like I was talking about last night, you know, empty space, fine. At least I can get her moving and do those great tracking shots that you guys know I do. Fogged in, and you saw the video earlier. I don't think I've ever driven in fog that bad before, let alone I'm not gonna fly in it. And also, I shot down flying from where I was set up first, not only because of the friggin' fog, but because the Coast Guard put on one hell of an air show. They had one of their normal cargo planes flying next to a helicopter. I wish I had my fucking camera out, but I was stuck in traffic. But, oops, mission accomplished overall. I think I got some great photos. I think I got some pretty respectable video to make the movie that I want. And the end all be all, things don't always work out like they're supposed to, but if they work out in some capacity, I'm happy. A lot of things had to come together. If I didn't see the guy while walking by, if I didn't meet up with the officer, if she wasn't on board, which she almost wasn't, a lot of stuff had to, at least I think that's what she said, a lot of stuff had to happen in order for me to get any kind of footage, and it kind of all just fell into place perfectly. Would I have done a few things differently? Sure. Do I wish certain things happened? Of course. But listen, I got some badass pictures of the Eagle. I got some badass video of the Eagle at the Volvo event. So pretty much from what the guy told me, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I'm the only person in the past 3 years to fly a drone at the Volvo event while the event was going on, let alone filming the Coast Guard. And you bet your ass, a lot of the staff while flying, you know you can't do that, right? And I said the guy's name, he gave me permission, they go, oh, have a nice day. It's fun being kind of a MVP, or VIP, I should say. Even the park photographer was like, yo, man, you're gonna get in trouble. And everybody, while I was flying, was respectful. People, when I was walking, were kind of quick to go, you can't have that, you can't have that, which I get it. But people, while I was flying, they were kind of like, had my back, like, listen, man, you can't be flying your drone here. And I'm like, I know, blah, blah. Mind you, while I'm flying near a Coast Guard cutter. So I'm kind of like making short conversation, being like, listen, I know you're telling me this because you don't want me to get in trouble, but I said the dude's name, he gave me permission, this is why, it's for the Coast Guard only, and they're like, cool. Anyway, this video is 8 minutes, I'm tired, I gotta get real food, I gotta go home, I gotta edit this video and then crash because I'm gonna be up at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Anyway, mission accomplished. Later.